Hey guys, in today's episode, the next Clash Royale update is coming out real soon, and Draft is finally getting a rework. All that and more in today's episode of Clash Worlds. Hey guys, Legendary here, and welcome back to another episode of Clash Worlds. In this weekly show, we take a look at the most recent announcements from the Clash Royale team, the hottest topics in CR esports, as well as what's going on in the community. Then, we'll finish off the episode by breaking down the meta and featuring my off-meta deck of the week. If you're enjoying Clash Worlds, then please leave a like, subscribe, and hit that bell to get notified of every new video that comes out. Also, go check me out on Instagram and Twitter, links in the description. And with that out of the way, let's get right into the first section. New in the arena. New in the arena is where we find out about what the Supercell team has been up to this past week. First things first, although the update date is not confirmed by any means, Drew did say that they have an update slated for the end of September. And I mean, just if you take a look at a calendar, there's only 8 days left in September, so that basically means that Clash Royale's next update will be in at most 8 days. And you know Supercell, they like to take as much time as they possibly can, so my best guess for the update day will be September 30th. And you know, there are other hints that the update's coming real soon as well. For example, Drew has at least started filming the TV Royale for this update as of yesterday. Next up, as the update nears, a few more hints are being dropped by Supercell as to what may be coming in this next update. And what's new from this week? Well, there are two main hints coming on top of everything we know from previous weeks, which you can find out by watching last week's Clash World episode. Anyways, Seth here tweeted out this a few days ago. Coming in the next update, no passing draft, 8 picks just to build your own deck with a little info on your opponent's plan. And I mean, just take a look at this screenshot. This honestly looks super amazing. As you can see, you basically get to choose all 8 cards in your entire deck, and each card choice in the deck is a choice from 3 different cards, which are completely up to you. In my opinion, this version is going to be a lot less luck dependent. Now, this will not completely replace draft as confirmed by Seth, and it'll just be a game mode in addition to draft, but I seriously can't wait to try out this new version of draft. Let me know your thoughts on the new draft down below. Also in this very same tweet, I don't think this was intentional, but Seth also leaked the Season 4 arena for Spooktober. At least that's what I'm calling it. As you can see, it's basically Legendary Arena with a spooky theme on top of it. Personally, I quite like it, especially since that I'm hoping the team is spending more time on the September update content itself. I'm perfectly fine with this new arena. Finally, now this isn't confirmed at all, but I have talked to Supercell about this comment by Drew, where he says that they are thinking more about improving the free track somehow so that free-to-play players who may have been feeling a little left out will get something extra there too. And to this, Drew said this: it's probably not happening, at least in the way people think. Okay then, just putting that out there. Again, not confirmed, not saying that anything's coming. Honestly though, I just can't wait for this next update. Again, this update pretty much has to drop within the next 8 days, so of course, we'll be getting a new card, anti-draw systems, a ton of quality of life changes, and a spooky Season 4, and a witch rework as well. And to be honest, that's already sounding like a pretty decent update. I do expect more than this, and there will be, as confirmed on Reddit, so again, stay tuned. Now that's going to do it for New in the Arena. It's time to check out the esports update. The Esports Update is a segment where we take a look at the new and rising pro players as well as recent esports competitions. This week, we've got the return of Fantasy Royale. This is where you pick 4 players from a CRL region and try and predict which team of 4 will get the most crowns. And if your Fantasy Royale team is among the top players, you can get up to 1,000 free gems. Unfortunately, if you haven't made a Fantasy Royale team by now, since the CRL season has already started, you can't really join, but you can stay tuned. Hopefully they'll do another round of Fantasy Royale for World Finals or even spring season of CRL. Of course, it's also week 2 of the fall season. SK and Liquid are doing really good as expected. Cream and Complexity, however, have not gotten the start that they wanted. And, well, NRG, Tribe, and Dignitas are still also struggling to find their rhythm. However, it is still really early in the season, and these teams are even more stacked than ever, so I can't wait to see what's coming in these next few weeks. Now that we're caught up on the most recent esports news, let's check out the rising rumors. This week, a few more posts on social media have confirmed a few more quality of life changes on top of the ones we already have. The first one is super small, but you know when you collect those 250 card rewards and the cards just take forever to go into your collection one by one? Well, that's getting fixed. Secondly, the fisherman glitches are also being patched in this next update. What glitches, you ask? Well, the one where if the fisherman gets frozen or zapped mid-hook, it will actually freeze the fisherman forever. This is an interaction that a lot of pros have actually taken advantage of, and well, if this is a glitch that gets fixed, he's probably gonna get a nerf in combination, right? Now that we've covered the trending topics in the community, let's go ahead and break down the meta. This week, I mean, what even is this meta, to be honest? It's absolutely crazy, and like half of the decks look like they're decks that be running between 4,000 and 5,000 trophies, but they work, and it's mainly split into 3 different categories. The first is control. Of course, control decks are always going to be an integral part of the meta, but there's a few new types of control decks in addition to the current P.E.K.K.A control decks out there. These are Giant Skeleton and Mega Knight control decks. That's right, these are all meta. The Giant Skeleton gets so much value with the Fisherman, and so does the Mega Knight, so it's honestly super duper crazy, and it's so surprising that these actually work. Sparky is also everywhere in this meta, mainly seen in Goblin Giant as expected, but there's also a few wacky Sparky decks out there that just work. There's so many like big tanks in this meta. For example, you got the P.E.K.K.A, Mega Knight, and the Giant Skeleton that I said earlier, that the Sparky can just get so much value in this meta. Finally, there's just also a few miscellaneous decks that aren't too popular at this moment, but are definitely still seen a good bit. These are mainly Expo, Mortar, Royal Giant, and Balloon. So that's the meta for you guys. Now let's check out the off-meta deck of the week. That's right, in each Clash World episode, we're going to be featuring one off-meta deck that works in the current meta. This week's deck was submitted by WTG Dark Sight, and it's a Mega Knight Wallbreaker Sparky Control Beatdown deck. It's honestly super weird, but one thing's for sure, this deck has so much DPS. Inferno Dragon, Sparky, Night Witch, Skeleton Army, you can very easily defend pushes if you manage your elixir right. Other than that, it is rather expensive, so as long as you play pretty passively in single elixir, your high utility DPS troops will be able to take out a ton of troops for positive trades. So, without further ado, let's get right into a match. Alrighty, so looks like this match here is going to be against a Chinese player. Good luck. And starting off here, our starting hand's pretty expensive, so we're just going to be kind of chilling here, not making the first move. Okay, never mind, we are going to be going like this. Let's go with the Skeleton Army as well, because if he has to zap one or the other, and that's just going to obliterate the Royal Giant. So he's going to use his a log right there as well. Now, unfortunately, I don't have too much. I'm just going to leave this Sparky. He might have like an E-Wiz or something, which just kind of sucks. Ooh, he's got an Ice Golem and an Ice Spirit and a Musketeer. Wow, he spent a lot right there. His log's out of cycle as well, so we're gonna rush Wall Breakers here. He's gonna force out a cannon. Okay, and here we're just gonna go ahead and go with a log, and then we can go ahead and zap out that Musketeer, limit her to just 1 hit on our tower. So unfortunately, not the best start. But it is what it is. We can't really 100% stop the Royal Giant from getting any hits on the tower. So let's see. Let's just go ahead and go with Sparky in the back. I think he's back to the Royal Giant. So let's see here. He's not going to play it down yet. We're against a really fast cycle Royal Giant deck as well. And he's going to fireball onto the Sparky, which is interesting for sure. And so let's see. I'll see if I can get a Mega Knight in front of this. If not, okay, he's gonna log it. Okay, we are gonna be able to get a Mega Knight in front. So that's just a ton of elixir down the drain. And like, oh my god, the Sparky just took care of that very easily. Let's go with Wall Breakers as well right there. That's gonna jump on the tower. Sparky's gonna connect, and look at that tower just gets completely obliterated. Look at that, just super duper effective. That was way too much DPS for him to handle. And unfortunately, that resulted in a tower takedown for him. So let's see here. We're just going to be cycling a log right here, and we can go ahead and go with a Sparky in the back. We don't even have to worry, because look at all of these other Royal Giant counters we have. I don't think he has an E-Wiz. Okay, he has that, but we can go ahead and go with a Skarmy to go ahead and finish off that Musketeer. Musketeer gets completely obliterated. He has no way to reset that Inferno Dragon, and although he took quite a beating right there, we can just go with another Mega Knight in the center, and what is he gonna do? I can just go with Wall Breakers right there. He might fireball out that stuff, but like, I mean, the Sparky's still gonna get a hit onto the tower. Mega Knight jumps on the king. Let's go the second Sparky. Let's go the zap right there. Sparky will lock onto one tower. Inferno Dragon takes out the king's tower, and look at that. I just completely shut him down with all of my DPS units, and he just had no way to take care of it. So there we go. That was the off-meta deck of the week. I definitely recommend you guys give this deck a try. It's just a fun deck. Any deck with Mega Knight and Sparky are just super duper fun. If you want to submit your own deck to be featured, feel free to leave it in the comment section below. But unfortunately, guys, that's all I've got time for in today's episode. If you enjoyed, please leave a like down below, as well as a subscription to my channel. And as always, this is Legend Ray, and I'm signing off. See you guys next time.